Hello student, myself Piyush Mathur from Department of Electrical Engineering, Arya College of Engineering and IT, Khukas, Jaipur. My video lecture is based on subject utilization of electrical power. In previous video lecture, we had studied about electrical welding and some types of electrical welding. Now, in this video lecture, we have study on electrical welding and some more types of electrical welding such as electrical arc welding. So first of type welding is atomic hydrogen arc welding. In this welding the two tungsten electrode is in a atmosphere of hydrogen. We see the diagram of atomic hydrogen arc welding. These are the electrical supply is connected to two hydrogen gas tungsten electrode, and this is the filler rod and this is the base metal. In this welding, the heat for the welding process is produced from an electric arc struck between two tungsten electrode and is an atmosphere of hydrogen. So we have seen this diagram the hydrogen gas fill in this tungsten electrode. There are two tungsten electrodes directly connected to AC supply. So here hydrogen serve mainly two functions. One acts as a protective screen for the arc and other act as a cooling agent from the glowing tungsten electrode tips. There are the tips. As the hydrogen gas passes through the arc, the hydrogen molecules are broken up into atoms, therefore absorb the heat from the glowing tungsten electrode so that they are cooled. So the heat produced from the welding process from an arc struck between the two tungsten electrodes in an atmosphere of hydrogen. This is the main phenomena of atomic hydrogen arc welding. So there are the pool of molten metal is just is a relation between the base metal. So when the atoms of hydrogen recombine into molecule outside the arc, a large amount of heat is liberated. So the extra heat is added to intense heat which generally temperature range is 4000 degrees Celsius and arc pressure is maintained about approx 0.5 kilogram per centimeter square and arc current up to 150 ampere can be used, and high voltage is about 300 voltage applied for this welding through the transformer. For striking the arc between the electrodes, the open circuit voltage is generally varies from 80 to 100 volt. As the atomic hydrogen welding is too expensive because of the hydrogen gases and tungsten electrodes, and it is usually employed for welding alloy steel, carbon steel, stainless steel and aluminum parts. So important role of in this welding is hydrogen is when the atoms of the hydrogen recombine, the molecule is outside the arc and large amount of heat is evaporated and the cooling also provided from the hydrogen, so the metals not then very high heated intensity generally is maintained up to 4000 degree Celsius. Now the next type of electrical arc welding is inert gas metal arc welding. We have see this diagram. There are the in a gas metal arc weld inert gas metal arc welding. There are the electrode. This is a tungsten electrode and there is nozzle. The connection of electrode is connected to AC supply or DC supply. Either one AC or DC we can be used in this method. There are the base metal. The terminal of supply one is connected directly to the electrode and other terminal is directly to the molten metal. If we had given to the supply the generally the electric arc is struck between the tungsten electrode and workpiece to be welded. So this diagram shows there is the arc flame, and the filler metal may be introduced separately into arc required. So a welding gun which carries a nozzle, through this nozzle inert gas such a argon or beryllium is blown around the arc onto the weld. So in this diagram we have shown that there are the arc flame, there are the inert gas and infilled with nozzle, and there are the molten metal. If we connected the supply, the arc is struck between the tungsten electrode and workpiece to be welded. So though both beryllium or argon gas are generally chemically inert, so the molten metal is protected from the action of the atmosphere by envelope of generally chemical reducing of inert gas. So there are the benefit of this type of welding. A molten metal has an affinity for oxygen and nitrogen if exposed to the atmosphere, thereby forming their oxide and nitrites, which makes weld leaky and brittle. Thus the several methods of shielding can be employed with the use of flux coating. So there are the one more benefit of this type of welding. So we have now discussed about the advantage of this type of welding. The flux is not required since inert gas envelope protects the molten metal without forming oxides. So most of the advantage is flux is not required because of the inert gas envelope protects the molten metal, and the nitrate, so the weld is smooth, uniform and ductile, and the distortion of the work is minimum because the concentration of heat is possible. And if we talk about the application of this type of welding, this welding is employed for light alloys, stainless steel, and this welding is also used in non-ferrous metals such as copper, aluminum. There are the application of metal. Now we are discuss about the submerged arc welding. This welding is very simple. The arc column is generally established by between metal electrode and the workpiece. Electrical arc and molten pool are shielded by blanket of flux. We have seen in this diagram there are the black dotted is show the flux of the system, and these are the molten metal, these are the parent metal, and these are the flux cluster. Now the electric arc and molten pool are shielded by blanket of flux. So there are the flux on the workpiece. Short circuit path is provided by the steel and between the welding electrode and workpiece. So there are the path of this. Welding zone is shielded by the blanket of flux so that the arc is not visible. Hence it is known as submerged arc welding. Because of arc is not visible in this welding, so there is known as submerged arc welding. Because of the flux blanket used on the workpiece, it means that the shielded by blanket of flux. And welding zone is shielded by blanket of flux so that arc is not visible, hence it is known as submerged arc welding. The arc so produce melts the electrode, parent, the metal and the coated flux, which forms a protective envelope around both the arc and molten metals. So if we discuss about the rating of this metal and supply values of this metal, the voltage is required for the submerged arc welding varies from generally 25 to 40 volt, and current rating of welding depends upon the dimension of workpiece. It means then the spherical, triangular and many more. For DC supply, current ranging generally 600 to 1000 ampere. The current is generally AC. If we use AC supply system, the current required more than DC system, generally 2000 ampere. Now the advantage of submerged arc welding, deep penetration with high quality weld is possible. Job with heavy thickness can be welded. The welded so often has good ductility and impact strength and high corrosion resistance because the arc is not showing generally deep penetration. So the sub and next advantage is the submerged arc welding can be done manually or automatically. Application of submerged arc welding is the submerged arc welding is widely used for heavy steel plant fabrication work. It can be employed for the welding high strength steel, corrosion resistance steel and low carbon steel. It is also used in the ship building industry for splicing and fabricating sub-assemblies, manufacturers of vessels, tanks, and many more are the submerged arc welding. So this is a very simple and many utilization of electrical power in this welding. Thank you.